Allowing everything to be as it is only when you actually truly find peace. And merely saying this doesn't mean that you allow your life to go downhill and you see your life going downhill and you're okay with that. But no, this stems from the point of knowing that you can't have control over things that are outside your reach. And this stems from an experience I had when I was trying as much as possible to control the situation. But realizing that the control wasn't from my end, I've done my part. I've done everything I needed to do, and it was merely from the external point of view. So today I'm going to be talking about allowing everything to be as it is, which is the second part series from the first video I dropped about who you are, in the general umbrella of the Law of Detachment. And I believe that we are so all wired to try to control situations, to try to make sure, I want this to be the way I want it to be. I want this to be where I want it to be. But knowing that you're basing your whole strength on something that is outside your reach. You can only control what is within your reach. And I think that's where you should be basing more of your emphasis on. And that is within, not externally. And we tend to, coming from even someone like me, I wouldn't say, I used to be a control freak. I want things to go the way I planned it. I want this to be exactly where I am. And yeah, that's good. That is alright. But then there are situations whereby it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes the control is not within your own hand. You can only do what you can do from your point of view, and you don't need to be beating around or like sobbing about this because that's within your control. So I think what inspired me to even talk about this today is that, aside from the first part series, but we tend to put so much attention on the wrong things. We tend to focus a lot more on the external than the internal. We need to detach from that, and it's only through that detachment you see full clarity, you find peace within yourself, and you work towards actualizing your purpose. And for example, there was a book I was reading, and this guy talked about you're in a boat, right? And if you are so focused on trying to control the boat or trying to like control the sides, or trying to like control the waves or how the waves are coming, you actually not get where you are, because you should be looking at the direction. I don't know if that's a good it has a good example. But anyhow, back to what I'm trying to say here is that we need to focus on our internal. We need to focus on things that are within our reach. We need to have that detachment from the external things. We need to not base our peace on external factors. We need to bring it back within us. We need to have that affirmation within ourselves. We need to know that I am enough. Situation around me, regardless of how they feel, I am enough. We need to not base our happiness, we need to not base our mood, we need to not base our feelings on external factors. We need to have that detachment, because at the end of the day, who you are is who you are, regardless of external factors. And I hope if you've not watched that first part, it's really insightful. You should go back to watch it. So what am I trying to say here is that we need to put who we are, our self-worth, our life, our feelings, our emotions, everything based on within, not external. Because external doesn't, you don't have control of that. And if you put your hope on something you don't have control over, how do you win? If you depend, okay, I'm looking for the best description to use. If you depend, if your mood is dependent on if your friend shows up or not, then you have no control over your mood, because your mood, you've given that power to your friend. That it's only when they show up, then I'll be happy. It's only when something good happens, I'll be happy. And that in itself is a really low bar. It's really, you will never be happy in life. So I think one thing I've come to realization, or one thing I'm getting so used to now in my life, is that I'm going to make myself happy regardless. I'm going to, even if things didn't work the way I am, I'm not going to put my trust in external factors. I'm not going to put my trust on this. For example, I remember I wanted to go out. I was going to go out with friends and all, and anticipating to go out. I was already like thinking about, oh, when I get there, because I'm going to meet people, then I'll be happy because I'm going to see this babe, I'll this it because I'm going to do that. And I didn't come to the realization that, see, my happiness shouldn't be, I should be happy in itself because I'm taking myself there, I'm going there, rather than putting it that I'm only going to be happy because when I meet those people there, or when I have fun there, or something like that. And it's so much ingrained in us, even from the lowest point, that you can't have fun because you need a third wheel. You can't do this because you feel like it's when that thing comes, then I will have fun. You can't do this because it's when this thing comes. And who are you then? Like, do you love yourself? If that's the best word. Or how do you intend to have peace with in life if that is how you want to live your life? And it's a wake-up call for every one of us that you are enough. External factors shouldn't be the determinant of who you are. External factors shouldn't be the judge of who you are. You should master the law of detachment, that those things are, the external factors are there, but I'm going to build my self-worth on me. I'm going to allow my feelings to be based on me. I'm going to allow my emotions to be based on me. I'm not going to put my feelings and my emotions based on external factors. And I am more than enough. I am who I am, regardless of external factors. Yeah, God is a big umbrella. You should reference God in everything you do, but also knowing that things that are outside your control shouldn't be where you should base your priority on. I think you should fix more of your inner works within yourself. Read books, do things that would actually improve your internal factors, just mind, body, and soul. And you see that you start living happy, you start being happy, and life becomes more something blissful. And so all of you who have come to this fire, I really say a big thank you to you. You motivate me to even push out more videos. I want to tell you more are coming. I'm ready, and I believe that God has uploaded this opportunity to my life, that I'm going to keep sharing everything that's helped me want to be who I am right now, and also helping me to get to where I want to be. And I really appreciate your tell a friend, and don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, well done, I'm just joking.